Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to be discussing about work-life balance. Are you clocking in hours from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day? Are you having toxic relationship with your with work? Are you spending more time on your cell phones and laptops than with your relationship ones? Then you are not alone. I have been there, and many a times, even though I'm not an expert on any topic, and I'll be extremely candid, I do not want to showcase myself as any fake guru. I'm just a learner of life, and at the same time, I have learned a lot through my mistakes. And through this video, I want to actually candidly share what my learnings have been. When it comes to work-life balance, to my mind, there are two elements. One is of health, and second is of happiness. And when it comes to health, there are two. I will take it very mathematically, which is if you think of health, you do not want to be obese. You want to be fit completely. And when it comes to mental health, we will counter that under happiness question. So I have gained a lot during my weight during the pandemic. I lost my weight as well, and I was diagnosed with migraine during my first job when I was 21. Now I'm 30. I've learned a lot about health measures, how to prioritize my health, anything more than anything related to work. So when it comes to health, there are two things that you need to keep in mind, and I have learned that through my own way. One is calorie intake and of course calorie outtake. Once again, I'm not a health expert, I'm just sharing a leaf from my own book. When it comes to calorie outtake, when it comes to fitness, that can be yoga, that can be weightlifting, that can be swimming, that could be even running for you. You figure out your own answer. You should do things that you enjoy, rather you should do things that the world imposes upon you and you're not even enjoying. So first and foremost, start finding your love when it comes to burning your calories, getting your heart pumped up. And for example, I have done swimming from 2016 to 2017. 2017 to 2019, I was weightlifting. And 2019, when the pandemic hit, I realized that yoga is my form of true love. And now, for example, I'm going back to weightlifting. But the most important point is do this at the start of your day. Just take out 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes if you're struggling to take out time. The problem is when we commit 30 minutes or 20 minutes is also doable, by the way. 30 minutes or more than an hour for anything, we do good job at it once or twice and then we fail. Just take out just bare minimum time to build a habit. That's the most important point. And do whatever you like. It could be running, it could be, like I said, yoga, but just do that goddamn thing. And once you get into the rhythm of the day during your afternoon or during your evening, trust me, it becomes very hard to take out time then. And I understand and empathize with this. As an ex-BCGer, as someone who has worked as an advisor to former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, I do understand that work could be hectic. But you have to learn to prioritize yourself. Nobody will come and handhold you. I know our parents also crib that you are not prioritizing your health, but I truly mean this. Nobody could help you but you, your own self. So please make sure that whatever your true love of working out is, you pursue that at the start of your day. So that's point number one within the health bracket. And point number two within the health bracket is calorie intake. When I started on my fitness journey, I realized that it is becoming very hard for me to pick what to eat and what not to eat. The best format, at least what has worked for me, is to find a category what doesn't work for me. So it is easy to tell your mind what not to eat versus to tell your mind what to eat. So there are two categories of foods that I don't typically touch. One are sugary foods and second are packaged and deep fried food. So whenever I see a packaged or a deep fried food, I will not have it. When I will see artificial sugar or just sugar which is not in natural form like dry fruits or real fruits, I will not eat it. Everything else I'm more than happy to take. There was a time for 2 years when I was completely off sugars, not even dark chocolate. I was either taking fruits, which I find sweet enough to actually take care of my hunger pangs, and of course I was just looking at dry fruits. Just once again being very, very honest, I'm not a health expert. I'm just sharing a leaf from my own book to make sure that all of you get that needed work-life balance. And when it comes to health, it's the snacky behavior. When we get into snacks, when we are stressed, we want to eat something at 5 p.m. and we pick up those random chips and cookies that were not supposed to be there in our plan, right? Make sure that you have other healthy snacks. That could be poha, upma, or that could be like dry fruits. Dry fruits are my favorite snacks. they are healthy fats compared to the unhealthy fats. So figure your answer out. I'm just sharing a leaf from my book, but these two answers, making sure that I work out at the start of the day and I know what not to eat versus what to eat, so that gives me a lot of clarity on the health front. And now we are at a very beautiful junction to talk about happiness, which is the well-being part. I have been stuck in toxic work relationships. I understand what is it like to hate your job but still do it. And first and foremost, I would always say that your work relationship or the relationship that you have with your work is dependent upon the kind of people that you're surrounded with. Who is your boss? How does your boss treat you? How does your peers treat you, etc. So if you're not having a good time, maybe it's there is some time to question, do I really need to work for this person or should I work for someone else? So I had made a very separate video, what kind of career should you choose, especially if you're really confused in life. Feel free to check it out on my channel. But coming back, when it comes to wellness, when it comes to happiness, there are certain forms of things that are really important. Are you spending more time with your phone and your laptop? Your relationship with the laptop is becoming more intimate than the relationship with your parents and your siblings and your dearest friends. If that is the case, then you are actually choosing wrong parameters and wrong things in life. Please make sure that you have a healthy dinner with your parents. Ask them what their day was about. Share your grievances about your work or anything else, or share your happiness also with them. We are becoming the most entertained but the most lonely generation ever. Just because you're getting entertained from Netflix and YouTubes of the world doesn't mean that you're necessarily happy. That's not a companion, that's not a relationship, that is just a transactional value that these gadgets are taking away from us. That's point number one. Point number two, what I've really found very interesting when it comes to having a good work-life balance and good happiness while working for corporate or even for governments is that, do you spend enough time with your own self? Do you have a relationship with your own self? These days, I've been trying to figure out a difference between loneliness and solitude. And if we were to go a little meta into this conversation, solitude for me is, am I happy when I'm just with my own self, without any gadget, without any stimulus? Can I spend time with my own thoughts? Do I understand my own thoughts? Do I understand what kind of person I am and what kind of person I'm becoming? Do you do that often? It's basically a form of meditation. Do you go out for walks just by yourself and look at the landscape and the topography outside? And at times it's fine to be lost in thoughts, but at times it's really beautiful to be present in the moment. There's a beauty in getting exposure to sun. All of us during the pandemic are just stuck inside, and I understand how toxic or how unhealthy can that be. So my urge to all of you would be to make sure on the happiness bucket, you are having good relationship with your parents and your dearest friends. Take out time for themselves, schedule calls with your friends and have a hearty chat with them. And at the same time, do you have a good relationship with your own self? It will take time, it will take practice. Just do 10 minutes of meditation every day. It is one of the most transformative experiences once you start enjoying it. And last but not the least, please check the kind of people that you're working with. Are they the most ethical, most happy, and the most, I would say, professional people possible, or are they creating toxicity in your life? And last but not the least, the genuine hope while making this video is from my side to you, to make sure that you are healthy, that you enjoy your life, that you're not stuck in a toxic zone, and you're not working from 8 to 11, or rather, I had this experience when I left work at 6 a.m. and I went back to my office at 8:30 a.m. for a client work. Those are not sustainable hours, trust me on that. And if there is one thing that I typically say, when I am going to be on my deathbed, I do not want to remember the unnecessary Zoom calls or the PowerPoint presentations I made. I definitely want to remember the long walks and the relationships that I built in my life. And I'm very sure that you would want to remember such experiences for your life as well. That's all I have to share. If you have any further questions on work-life balance, feel free to share it in the comments. I would be more than obliged to help you and share my 2 cents around it. Please take care. Stay safe. Bye.